everybody, Chris Stokes from Custom Fitness Personal Training Studio. Today's topic, I'm ready to stop this yo-yo weight loss. I had a woman in here not too long ago that just came in and was frustrated. And she had every right to be. She's tried everything there is out there. Every diet plan, every supplement company, everything. And her admission to me was, I can lose 4 pounds on anything in the first week. But then, I don't lose anything. And whenever I stop doing it, I gain more than what I had before. It's the yo-yo dieting effect. It's where you're doing things that aren't really natural for your body, and they aren't really the right solution for your body. And it causes your body to create some changes that aren't really sustainable. And therefore, when you stop, your body kind of goes into a different mode of trying to recoup its losses, and it ending up in a worse place than where you started typically. So that's where people can lose 10, 15, 20 pounds, and then all of a sudden it comes back. But I can tell you that from day one of my mission of helping people to become healthier, that has been one of my big focuses. I don't ever want somebody to sit down with me and turn around a year later, 2 years later, decade later, and find themselves back at the same place that they were at before without knowing how they got there. So I can't say that I follow you around for the rest of your life and make you do all of this. But I can say that the clients who come to us, they end up with education that lasts a lifetime. So that whenever they do get off track, they know what to do to get back on track. And they know how not to come back to that beginning point again, because they're able to take care of themselves then. So what it comes down to is right now there are too many hot topic diets. There are too many pills, too many plans, too many shakes, just constantly in your face, on Facebook, on ads online, on your email feed. You're constantly getting new ideas and somebody saying, oh my gosh, this worked so great and I lost all this weight. Well, they say that because they know that that's something that's going to convince you to buy it or to try it. That's where all of our testimonials are live people talking about their real experiences. It's not something that has been made up. And sadly enough, in this industry, a lot of people do either borrow other people's success stories or they do make up different things about stuff. It's not good for us. It's not good for our health. It causes this yo-yo that not only shows in your weight gain, weight loss, but it also causes a yo-yo in your health, where it slowly over time degrades that health. But as you're going through it, sometimes you feel better than others, but over time with that yo-yo effect, you end up degrading your health and you end up with some chronic issues later on. So what's going on here? I mean, you do all these different plans and pills and shakes and things, and you get weight loss, yes, but there's no true change, right? So you get the weight loss maybe, but your clothes don't change size, or you change clothes size, but something else doesn't really feel right. Or you do great on it for 4 weeks and then you can't stand to look at the sight of another chicken breast and salad again. So what's going on with it? Well, every time that you try something new, you're going to have what I call the body shock effect, where you're changing something. It's different for your body. Your body then has to adjust to it. We are highly adaptable species, and we have to adapt to whatever's going on. So if we have introduced a new way of doing things, nutrition, exercise, any of that kind of stuff, then in the beginning, yes, you are going to see some changes. Hopefully those are great changes. Hopefully it's something that is sustainable. So that's the thing. We have to get past body shock, and then we go into our sustainable area, where we start to make sure that what we're doing is going to continue to change us, right? So if your body shock lasts 4 days and then you don't see any changes, well, it's not something that's sustainable, right? And it's probably not the best for your body if it's not helping you to become healthier. So the second area that you're going to see changes in for sure is water weight. So yes, you're going to lose weight, you're going to lose some water weight. And I tell our clients that up front. With the way that we're eating, when we're not eating as highly processed and not eating as many carbs and things like that, yes, you're going to lose weight. And that's part of the draw, I guess, if you will, of the keto diet and things like that, is where when you take those starches out, those carbs, then you do not hold on to as much water to process them. So you've lost weight. The problem being that after you lose that water weight and you're not taking in those carbs, your body actually has to have carbs for energy, and so it starts to get them out of your muscle stores. So your body starts to take from its own stores over time to be able to provide you with that energy. So doable for a little while. Sustainable for life? Probably not, unless you're under medical supervision and they are watching you closely to make sure that you have everything that you need. So what's the other area that you might lose in? Well, you might lose in inflammation. Maybe you went through and you did a juicing detox, which I heard about the other day from another client who came in. Previously, she had tried a juicing detox and she had lost about 10 pounds and it was great. But then she started eating food again and she started gaining weight. So we have to understand that when we put food in, it doesn't just run straight through us, right? It actually gets used. And if we're not burning off those calories, our body's storing them. But if you're doing a juicing fast, a lot of times you're using things like ginger and basil and oregano. You're using different, whole plethora of vegetables. But the body is being detoxed. So it's getting rid of inflammation is what's happening. And it's not that you need a specific detox drink or a detox tea or any of that kind of stuff. What you need is foods that help to cleanse the body, the fiber to get that out, the calming foods that are not irritants to your system to come through and take that out. And so as you lose that inflammation, you can lose 10 to 15 pounds if you really target inflammation. That's a possibility. So you can see how all these things have kind of their good side, right? We got the pros, but there's cons to each of them too, because we want true change. We don't want to keep going through this and running on this hamster wheel. We want true change. We want to stop losing and gaining and losing and gaining because it's really not fun. It's never been fun for anyone to lose and gain like that. It's not healthy for anyone. And really, if we look at it, if we get down to the root cause of our weight gain and the reason we need to lose weight, it's typically because something on the inside isn't functioning right. So if we're not functioning right, it could be due to past plans that we're on. Now, in that respect, it could also be due to lack of sleep or stress or, a million other things. But that's definitely a big step in it is what have you done to your body in the past? What's been causing this? So how do we stop the yo-yo? How do we move forward? Well, first we have to understand that nutrition, while it has very strong foundations that have been proven, and you'll notice that a lot of those foundations repeat themselves across different nutrition plans, truly, nutrition is an experiment for you and your body. Over time, you take those foundations and then you adjust them or customize them to your needs to find what works for your body at the right time. So what worked for you in your 20s may not work for you in your 40s. What worked for your friend may not work for you. So we need to make sure that we're adjusting our nutrition as we need to. And we're not just going through the motions of I have to follow this plan. Okay? So making sure that happens. Second, we need to do what makes sense. Like common sense, right? We got to use common sense here. If you're eating 500 calories a day, you're probably not going to be able to sustain that for long and do much more than, blink at people. So we want to make sure that you're getting enough calories, but that you're getting enough nutrition. So here at the studio, we actually don't count calories because I've found over these years that when I have clients count calories or clients who come in that count calories, they will do the same thing every time, right? They know what's good for them. You know what's good for you. But 100 calories of ice cream sounds a whole lot better than 100 calories of broccoli. So more often than not, you're going to go for the ice cream, call it your 100 calories, and say, I'm good, right? So granted, there's days and people who might not do that, but for the most part, that's how our minds work. Which one's the easiest option? Which one's the best tasting option? I'll go with that one. But if we sit down and think about the difference in nutrition and how we need to be getting in certain levels of nutrition, that's where things start to change a little bit. So we want to do what makes sense for our body, physiologically, what we need, instead of really following what someone else is doing. Because a lot of times our friends, our family members, our coworkers will come in and say, oh my goodness, I started this new diet this weekend and I've already lost 12 pounds and it's so great. And you're like, man, I should do that. Why haven't I done that before? If she did it, I can do it. And then you buckle down and you get it done for 7 days, and then at the end of that you just cry in a heaping pile and wish that it was all over, right? So there's ways to kind of work through things. There's great ways to do things, but it has to make sense not only to your mind and to your lifestyle, but to your body. So we got to make sure that all works together. Now the last thing is a big one. You have to listen to your body and your needs and your goals instead of what's hot on Facebook or your news feed or your other social media or your emails. We're getting bombarded with all this stuff all the time. I know you get it too, where you just scroll through or you're ordering something online and this pop-up comes up and it's talking about these things that are hot in the market right now. You know, the keto diet is hot in the market. The paleo diet is hot in the market. You know, the weight loss supplement pills, those are all hot stuff. So, you know, and I don't doubt that some of you have tried those, and some of them may work great for you, but they're not going to work for everybody every time in the same way. And there's certain reasons why you might want to do them or you might not want to do them. And that's kind of where we start to get into this confusion, right? Because then we feel like, well, I don't know what to do because this worked for so-and-so, but it has not worked for me. And I've had that instance several times with our clients. As they start out, they've come in frustrated on this nutrition plan that they've been on because their friend did it and it worked out great, and they have done nothing but sit still or gain weight on it. So that's where, you know, as a team, we sit down with our clients and we create a nutrition plan for them. Again, following foundations and then building on those to customize to their specific needs and their specific goals, and doing something that's sustainable, that makes sense for their bodies so that they can then keep going with it. So, great story. I had a client that started with me back in, let's see, that would have been 2009 that she started with me. Had tried everything in the world, could not lose weight. Her friend sent her to me out of desperation because she had heard of me through another friend who had come. So back then I was all alone, didn't have a team, it was just me. And so this lady came to me and we worked together, and it was not even 8 weeks when she had lost 25 pounds and when she had lost 15 inches. And she was noticing these changes that she had never seen before. Well, that's a great story, right? And that's how all these yo-yo stories start out. The thing is that she stopped working with me about 2 years ago. Okay, so she worked with me for quite a while. We went through nutrition on a regular basis. We went through exercise on a regular basis, and we taught her how to do these things. So about 2 years ago, she had to stop. She moved away, and we still keep tabs. So whenever I was talking with her last week, she was telling me that she's been able to use the principles that we taught her, that I taught her that many years ago, to be able to continue staying on track with her weight loss. She has never gained back any of the weight that she had lost. In fact, she's gone on to lose a little bit more. She's brought herself into such a level of health that she's been able to do things that she never thought she'd be able to, like running marathons and, you know, being able to have the energy that she needed to be with her family. There was a lot to that. But I always feel really empowered and just really grateful whenever people that I've worked with have been able to maintain that level of education and been able to improve their own health over time because of what I was able to help them with. And that just, you know, gives me that good feeling that that I was able to do something good in the world. So that's what we strive to do. We want to help you find what works for your body and what works for your body long term, so that you can stop this yo-yo game and you can find that solution and just be done with all the games of it. It's just too much. So first off, I want to let you know, thank you for watching this whole video. And secondly, we have our Bring a Friend Week next week. So you don't have to know anybody here. Just there's a page on our Facebook page there, a little flyer that has a button that you can click to register for it. If you register, let us know you're coming. We'll get you all the information that you need so you know exactly what to do when you get here and all those good things. But we'd love for you to grab a friend, come try us out, see how the workouts feel and all that good stuff. And then we've got some other good things coming up in the near future, so I'll keep you posted on those. Hope you have a great day.